What goes around comes around. But not in the case of these jungle creatures who never made it to the outside world until now.
The first thing you see is the eyes. Different than a deer or a raccoon or a hog or anything. The strangest thing you've ever seen.
When people captured their creepy features and eerie presences on cameras.
You see something there? Oh, I see it.
That's incredible. Look at that.
Yeah. What do you think that is, man?
I don't know.
So, if you call yourself a thrill seeker, you better stay for the creepiest jungle encounter that shocked everyone. Sewer creature. In the tunnels beneath Slovakia, 3 soldiers were checking the old sewers as part of their routine patrol. Their flashlights bounced off the wet walls until they spotted something unusual. A large black shape moved in the shadows ahead. As their lights found it, they saw it was covered in thick, black fur. The creature turned towards them. The soldiers tried to stop it, but nothing worked. They ran back through the tunnels. That day, they promised themselves never to enter those sewers again. Forest spirit. One morning in the northern woods, 2 park rangers were marking trails when they heard a strange sound. A tall, thin creature emerged from the trees, making horrible noises. The rangers knew about the Wendigo from local Native American tales, a hungry spirit that roams these forests. They ran in different directions, but only one ranger made it back to the station.
John, we gotta go. John, we gotta go. John, we gotta go. John, we gotta go.
Now, the surviving ranger warns others to stay away from that part of the woods, especially during the cold months. Tree watcher. In the forest, a villager was taking his usual shortcut home. The path felt safe until he noticed a dark shape sitting in an old tree. It was pitch black, with wide, unblinking eyes that seemed to watch him closely. The locals whispered about this creature called Pokong Gendruwo, a spirit that haunts the forest paths at night. As he fumbled for his video camera, he was scared. Suddenly, the creature didn't move at all, just watching. He captured the eerie figure on film, but he vowed never to walk that path after dark again. River discovery. Near the river, a fisherman noticed something strange lying on the rocks in broad daylight.
Hey, beer.
It was small, green, and definitely not from this world. Its shape was almost human, but with odd features that made it look even more mysterious. The fisherman stepped closer and examined the creature. The creature's skin made it seem alive despite its stillness. Unsure whether it was safe or unsafe, he decided not to stay long. But the creature sure made the online spectators believe that it was an alien carcass. What do you think about it? Let me know. Dragon baby discovery. A video emerged online showing a tiny creature discovered from the woods. It wasn't any ordinary animal, it was a baby dragon. The small dragon had shiny scales and eyes, looking surprisingly cute for a legendary creature. The video didn't show much else about where it came from or who found it. Since there are many myths related to the existence of dragons in the prehistoric world, there's no harm in believing in it. Strange noises next door. Residents started hearing weird sounds from an abandoned building nearby. Curious, they decided to check it out and saw a black figure moving around inside. It didn't look like a person or animal, but something else entirely. Some thought it resembled a demonic entity, an evil spirit that legends say tries to bring misfortune. The figure's strange movements and dark presence were enough to make everyone back away quickly. No one knew where it came from or what it was, so people decided to stay away from the old building after that. Forest spirit. One night, a camper heard strange noises coming from the edge of the forest. Feeling curious but careful, he moved closer, only to see a thin, shadowy figure appear.
What do you want from me?
It looked like a woman with a ghostly face. She moved slowly toward him, her unsettling eyes locked on him.
Why you keep following me?
The camper got scared as she came closer. Suddenly, the footage ended. No one knows what happened next. Was she a witch or something even darker? This eerie encounter reminds us that sometimes it's safer to keep your distance. Nightstalker. While hiking through the dense woods of Eastern Europe, a man suddenly spotted something strange. It was a creature he had never seen before, known as the Vesper Coon, a cryptid from local legends that roams the forest at night. This unusual being mixed features of a bat and a raccoon standing tall on its hind legs. With a silent swoosh, it took off into the darkness. The hiker felt a wave of relief, grateful he didn't become its next target. Oregon Discovery. In the woods of Oregon, a tourist walking along a trail made an odd discovery.
It's a Chupacabra in Oregon.
There on the ground lay a strange creature he had never seen before. Its body looked like something from the stories about the Chupacabra, a mysterious beast from Latin American tales. He took a video and left quickly, leaving nature's mysteries where they belonged. The video joined the many unexplained sightings of strange creatures in the Pacific Northwest. Hidden guest. Behind the pipes in a house, a homeowner heard strange scratching sounds that made him curious. When he looked closer, he found something truly bizarre. A creature that looked like a mix of a bird and a mouse. Its odd features were unsettling. It seemed to have stepped right out of a nightmare. With shaky hands, he quickly recorded a video, unsure of what he had stumbled upon. Now, everyone is left wondering what mysterious being made its home behind those pipes, and why was it there? Field Walker. One morning, a farmer was watching his field when he noticed a peculiar sight, a four-legged creature moving among the crops. At first glance, it seemed like any ordinary animal, but as he watched closely, he realized it was unlike anything he had seen before. Its features resembled a nahual, a mystical shapeshifter from Mesoamerican lore. The farmer felt a mix of awe and unease as the creature paused. It was there for a moment until it heard dogs bark. Then, the nahual started to move backward, leaving the farmer questioning what he had just witnessed. Night Giant. A camper in the woods was setting up his tent when he noticed something odd near the tree line. At first, it looked like a large brown mouse, but then he realized this creature was a bit taller than the mouse, because no normal mouse could reach such heights. The locals whispered about cryptids, mysterious beings that lived in these woods. The creature watched the camper for a moment, then it vanished into the dark shadows of the forest, as creatures often do, leaving the camper with an amazing tale to tell. Garden Visitor. Late one night in Croydon, England, a security camera captured something strange in a quiet backyard. A tall, thin figure moved slowly across the lawn. Its body was long and stick-like, almost as if a giant walking stick insect had come to life. It glided through the darkness and was nowhere to be seen in the morning. Neighbors whispered about what it could have been, and some wondered what might still be out there, waiting for night to fall again. Stone Giant. While exploring woods, a researcher found something that made him stop in his tracks. Among the rocks lay what looked like a giant crocodile, bigger than any he'd ever seen, and the fact that the animal was perfectly preserved and actually turned into a rock formation was actually shocking. Even though it wasn't alive, its size told stories of when giant creatures might have ruled these lands. The researcher took video, grateful that this stone giant would stay sleeping forever. Mountain Hunter. In the woods, a local noticed something moving between the trees. A powerful, wild creature with thick fur emerged, holding something that looked like a goat's head. It came straight where the man was standing. It was a wolverine, one of the toughest hunters in the north. They are able to take down prey that are much larger than them. This fact was enough to make the man step back. In my opinion, he did the right thing. Otherwise, who knows what could have happened there. Brazilian finding. While wandering through the dense forests of Ceará, Brazil, a hunter noticed something unusual on the ground.
Olha o tamanho das unhas do bicho, mano.
It looked like a wolf, but it was much larger and had an unusual shape. The locals often spoke of werewolves, beings that were said to be part human, part wolf, roaming these ancient woods. Feeling uneasy, the hunter quickly snapped some videos, capturing the eerie sight before leaving the area. He didn't want to find out if there were more of these creatures nearby. His video has become one of the many strange things people have seen in the dark forests over the years. Hidden Watcher. Near the eastern edge of Bee Park, a person in a hunting blind spotted something unusual. A large, hairy figure was moving through the trees, walking on two legs. It wasn't any ordinary forest animal. It was much bigger, towering over the underbrush. The figure moved slowly, almost calmly, as if it had no idea it was being watched. The person's heart raced as he realized he might be looking at Bigfoot, the legendary giant said to roam these woods, leaving behind nothing but questions about what might really live out there. Old Mummy Mystery. A video appeared showing a strange and mysterious discovery. The mummified remains of a creature wrapped in cloth, much like an old mummy. It even had a gold necklace and bracelet, just like those found on mummies from ancient times. The body seemed like it had been preserved for over 100 years, as if it had gone through something terrible a long time ago. No one knew where the mummy came from or who found it, leaving everyone curious. Was it once part of an ancient culture, or did it have an even stranger past? Chupacabra bones found. A local stumbled upon a skeleton in the woods, and here's the twist. The bones looked oddly shaped, resembling the creature known for draining the life from livestock. People whispered that it could be proof of the mythical beast's existence, the legendary Chupacabra, which many thought only existed in stories. However, no one could confirm whether the remains belonged to the actual Chupacabra or just an unusual animal. The discovery left everyone with more questions than answers, sparking new interest in the mysterious creature. Some even wondered if the Chupacabra still wandered the woods, waiting to be found again. Eyes in the dark. While exploring the forest at night, an explorer noticed an abandoned house in the distance. As he looked closer, glowing eyes suddenly appeared from the shadows near the building. He got scared, unsure of what he was seeing. Later, he claimed the figure resembled the ghost from Indonesian folklore, known for haunting graveyards. Fortunately, the explorer was far enough away to escape, but the way the creature was looking at the guy was a bit creepy. Street camera mystery. A street camera captured a blurry figure that left many wondering. Though the footage wasn't clear, the strange creature's movements reminded people of a shapeshifter, a legendary being said to change forms and cause mischief. The footage didn't offer a sharp view, but its odd behavior seemed far from normal. Some viewers believed it was indeed a skinwalker, while others thought it could be something else entirely. Some even called it a lamona, a witch who could turn herself into a monkey. Devilish smile. A security camera captured something chilling. A devilish-looking creature peeking out from behind some bushes, staring directly into the lens with an eerie smile. Its eyes seemed to follow the camera, almost as if it knew it was being watched. Just as suddenly as it appeared, the strange figure vanished back into the bushes, leaving behind a sense of unease. No one could identify what it was, or where it came from. The haunting footage left many wondering if the creature would appear again, or if it was just a one-time sighting of something truly unsettling. Chupacabra-like discovery. In 2021, a man hiking in the forested mountains of Henderson County, Kentucky, stumbled upon a decomposing animal carcass. At first, He thought it might be a Zoloid squintly dog, but its unusual features suggested otherwise. The creature had brown skin and long ears. It resembled the famous Chupacabra. The Chupacabra is a mysterious creature in folklore, often described as a strange predator with an unusual appearance. Its body had been lying there for a long time, with flies buzzing all around it. The eerie find left many wondering if the tales of the Chupacabra could be real, or if it was simply a strange animal that had gone unnoticed until now. Comment down your opinions. Mystery on Roadside. In Brazil, a man was driving past the fields when he noticed something unusual. He stopped his car to take a closer look and found a body lying on the roadside. It was a giant creature with sharp teeth, and it seemed to have been lifeless for a while. The reason for its condition was unknown. The creature resembled a werewolf, a mythical being known for transforming from human to wolf during a full moon, combining human instincts with wild, untamed power. But still, the eerie discovery remained a mystery, sparking debate about whether it was a mythical beast or just an unfortunate animal. Unusual find on beach. A woman walking along the beach made a disturbing discovery.
To get a better shot of it so people can see a little better.
A strange carcass washed up on the shore. It wasn't an ordinary creature. It was large, with humanoid features that set it apart from typical animals. The sight of its skeletal remains left onlookers puzzled and horrified, leading some to speculate whether it was an unknown sea creature or something otherworldly. Despite its human-like shape, it had features that didn't quite fit any known species. As the tide rolled in, the identity of the mysterious creature remained unsolved, leaving behind only questions and a sense of unease.
I'm like, what is this?
Presence. One evening,
Manos humanas y el tamaño de...
man decided to take a late-night walk on a road surrounded by the forest, seeking peace under the dim moonlight. What began as a quiet stroll soon became terrifying when he felt an eerie presence nearby. He froze, spotting a pale figure with glowing eyes staring at him from the darkness. The entity stood silent,
Ve el tamaño de esas manos.
creepy, unblinking stare. The man made it out safely this time, but he couldn't ignore the thought that next time his luck might not hold, and the forest might side with the silent figure in
Horrible huele.
Ahora, yo quisiera que usted me diga cómo está.
strange wood. A local was walking through the woods when he spotted a strange creature acting very oddly. It moved in a way that made him uneasy, unlike anything he had ever seen. He called it a slawless, a being said to come from a magical spirit world. The sighting left him confused, making him wonder if he had seen something otherworldly. So he uploaded the footage on the internet, asking people for answers. And there they were, speculating on its mysterious existence. Some said it came from the outworld, while creatures inhabit our world. We hardly come across them. Venezuelan jungle mystery. Oil workers stumbled upon a mysterious carcass in the jungle. Its unusual appearance fueled speculation, with some claiming it was the legendary Chupacabra, while others suggested it might be an alien pet left behind on Earth. Its bizarre features made it identify, leaving the workers baffled and dizzy. The story of the strange beast quickly, with people debating its true origin. Despite the various theories, the creature's identity remained a mystery.
Esa vaina se está moviendo.
Carcass was decomposing, harder to identify the creature. Encounter with Sigbin. While hiking through the woods, a man came across an eerie creature he couldn't quite identify. He later described it as a Sigbin, a mythical being from Filipino folklore. The Sigbin is said to resemble a mix between a goat and a dog, with large ears that clap like hands and a long whip-like tail. It moves backward, its head low to the ground, creating a haunting image. The encounter left the hiker feeling uneasy, wondering what other things might be hidden in the depths of the forest. Truly a Sigbin? Or completely different, which will remain a mystery. Black Beast. A hiker during a woodland hike saw a big, black creature, unlike anything they'd ever seen. This weird visitor was all jiggly, like a giant blob of jelly. It had waving tentacles where you'd expect to see eyes or a mouth. With no clear features, it was hard to guess what this thing could be. This giant creature started to crawl out of the water. Then the video abruptly, leaving viewers wondering what happened next, and whether the dark creature was still out there. Nighttime, near the cave. Late one night in the southern United States, a group of friends noticed something unusual outside a cave. 3 skinny figures silently doing strange things that made the friends They weren't sure if these beings were shapeshifters or something called rakes, which are mysterious, human-like creatures that hide in the dark. The friends felt disturbed by what they saw. Since then, no one has spotted these strange beings again, leaving their true identities a mystery, adding to the area's list of unexplained events. Green figure, Shenongjia. In the woods, people reported seeing a mysterious figure standing still among the trees. It was completely covered in green and looked like a yeti, but had an otherworldly vibe. Curious onlookers traveled from far and wide, hoping to glimpse of this strange figure. Some believed it to be a forest spirit, others thought it might be a rare animal. Even though many claimed to have seen it, no one could say for sure what it really was. Haunting presence. One evening, a man decided to take a late-night walk on a road surrounded by the forest, seeking peace under the dim moonlight. What began as a quiet stroll soon became terrifying when he felt an eerie presence nearby. He froze, spotting a pale figure with glowing eyes staring at him from the darkness. The entity stood silently with its creepy, unblinking stare. The man made it out safely this time, but he couldn't ignore the thought that next time, his luck might not hold, and the forest might side with the silent figure instead. Strange creature would. A local was walking through the woods when he spotted a strange creature acting very oddly. It moved in a way that made him uneasy, unlike anything he had ever seen. He called it a slawless, a being said to come from a magical spirit world. The sighting left him confused, making him wonder if he had seen something otherworldly. So he uploaded the footage on the internet, asking people for answers, and there they were, speculating theories on its mysterious existence. Some said it came from the outworld, while others believe these creatures inhabit our world, and we hardly come across them. Venezuelan jungle mystery. Oil workers in Venezuela stumbled upon a mysterious carcass in the jungle. Its unusual appearance fueled speculation, with some claiming it was the legendary Chupacabra, while others suggested it might be an alien pet left behind on Earth. Its bizarre features made it hard to identify, leaving the workers baffled and uneasy. The story of the strange beast quickly spread, with people debating its true origin. Despite the various theories, the creature's identity remained a mystery. The fact that the carcass was decomposing made it even harder to identify the creature. Encounter with Sigbin. While hiking through the woods, a man came across an eerie creature he couldn't quite identify. He later described it as a Sigbin, a mythical being from Filipino folklore. The Sigbin is said to resemble a mix between a goat and a dog, with large ears that clap like hands and a long, whip-like tail. It moves backward, its head low to the ground, creating a haunting image. The encounter left the hiker feeling uneasy, wondering what other things might be hidden in the depths of the forest. Whether it was truly a Sigbin or something completely different, which will remain a mystery. Black Beast. A hiker during a woodland hike saw a big, black creature, unlike anything they'd ever seen. This weird visitor was all jiggly, like a giant blob of jelly. It had waving tentacles where you'd expect to see eyes or a mouth. With no clear features, it was hard to guess what this thing could be. This giant creature started to crawl out of the water. Then the video ended abruptly, leaving viewers to wonder what happened next and whether this bizarre creature was still out there. Nighttime near the cave. Late one night in the southern United States, a group of friends noticed something unusual outside a cave. 3 skinny figures stood silently doing strange things that made the friends uneasy. They weren't sure if these beings were shapeshifters or something called rakes, which are mysterious, human-like creatures that hide in the dark. The friends felt disturbed by what they saw. Since then, no one has spotted these strange beings again, leaving their true identities a mystery and adding to the area's list of unexplained events. Mississippi skunk ape. A Mississippi hunter captured a video that has many convinced it shows a skunk ape, a legendary creature resembling Bigfoot. The video shows a massive, powerful figure ripping apart a tree. Some suggest it could be a black bear, but the creature's hominid-like arms, broad shoulders, and head shape don't match a bear's features. Bears do inhabit the area, but sightings are rare, and their limbs lack the bulky appearance seen in the video. The footage's authenticity remains debated, but many believe it may be one of the most compelling pieces of evidence for Bigfoot. Camper finds skeleton. While camping, a man stumbled upon a massive skeleton in the woods. It wasn't small or familiar. In fact, he claimed it looked like a T-Rex. The sight was unnerving, as it suggested the remains of a dinosaur, something he never expected to find on his outdoor adventure. The discovery sparked discussions and theories about the possibility of prehistoric creatures lingering in remote places. While experts may question the claim, the camper's story of finding a giant skeleton left many intrigued and wondering if such creatures could have ever existed in these forests. Footprints in Queensland. In central Queensland, workers discovered unusual footprints that were neither human nor typical animal tracks. The massive prints were much larger than those of a person, sparking speculation about what could have left them behind. Some suggested they belonged to a Bigfoot-like creature, while others wondered if it was something else entirely. The mysterious tracks wound their way through the area, leaving no other clues about the creature's identity. The strange discovery left the workers puzzled, adding another unexplained mystery to the tales of the Australian wilderness. Mysterious figures. A footage surfaced online showing 3 tall, skinny figures standing near a riverbank. Their appearance was strange and resembled descriptions of aliens, with slender bodies and other worldly features. The origin of these beings remained a mystery, as they seemed to have appeared and disappeared without a trace. The image quickly went viral, sparking debates about whether the figures were truly extraterrestrial or something else. Despite the widespread interest, the identity and location of the mysterious figures remain unknown, leaving viewers with more questions than answers. Green figure, Shenongjia. In Shenongjia woods, people reported seeing a mysterious figure standing still among the trees. It was completely covered in green and looked like a yeti, but had an otherworldly vibe. Curious onlookers traveled from far and wide, hoping to catch a glimpse of this strange figure. Some believed it to be a forest spirit, while others thought it might be a rare animal. Even though many claimed to have seen it, no one could say for sure what it really was. The green being remained motionless like a statue, keeping adventurers intrigued and a little on edge. Forest chase. One morning in the woods, a group of friends were enjoying their nature walk. Suddenly, the peaceful morning changed when a large creature appeared on the path. At first, they thought it was some otherworldly creature, but then they realized that it was a western capercaillie, known for its beautiful feathers but violent temper. The bird started chasing them, first on the ground, then surprisingly taking to the air. The friends ran through the woods, amazed at how fast it could move both on land and in the sky. They were fortunate to escape from the area where they could have been targeted. And now, let us move on to our subscriber pick of the day. A video emerged showing military officers surrounding an unusual creature lying on the ground. The being clearly had alien-like features, suggesting it wasn't of this world. The video provided no additional details, leaving the circumstances surrounding the creature's arrival on Earth unclear. Speculation quickly grew that the military had taken possession of the being for testing and investigation. The incident added fuel to ongoing debates about extraterrestrial life and government secrets, leaving many wondering what really happened to the mysterious alien now under military control.